JKR, Justin Cabelka Reptiles, just in case you don't happen to know who he is. We're purchasing a couple of animals from him. We have some things that we need to talk about with him and let him look at other business stuff. But anyway, we're headed up there. Figured I would let you see some of this old country roads that we live around. We get asked a lot about what's it like in Georgia, and well, trees. So check that out. Also, I wanted to mention that we have had a ton of feedback on YouTube. I have people messaging me about talking about YouTube. People are coming by the shop talking about it. In group chats talking about it, on Facebook talking about it. So, and we looked into our stats and things on YouTube, and there are a pile of views. People are watching our YouTube, and we're so happy about that, so excited about that. However, people are not subscribed to our YouTube channel. So we're getting all of these views and minutes watched and things like that, but we're having a rough time with our people, our numbers of subscriptions. So subscribe. We really appreciate our subscribers, and you know it's been a tough go for us. This is not easy for us. We put a ton of work, and Cassie has put in buku-doodles of hours, you know, making this happen. So we're really trying to get our subscribers up. So please subscribe to the channel, like it, share it. You know, what's the thing they say on YouTube? Like, share, subscribe, whatever. I don't know.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell is what Blair says. So anyway, yep, we're headed up there, so you'll get to see Justin here in a second. And see some trees, pine trees, fields. We seen some deer a while ago standing in the field. It's not our deer season anymore, so unfortunately we don't get to go hunting, but it still don't mean we don't like to look at them. And yep, I guess that's it. See you in a second. Another thing that I wanted to point out is, see that thing back out there? I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's up there in the sky, and it's putting off a lot of light. Yeah, we call that the sun. Yeah, it puts light on what you see. Yeah, we hadn't seen that in 5 months, so I just want to make sure we get this on video. In case it goes away for another 5 months, I can go back and look at it. So it's another thing I just wanted to catch on film while we were driving. So yeah, look, they look crazy sticking me. So what's going on, guys? Excuse me, guys and gals, because Cassie gets on to me all the time for saying guys. So, on the way up here, the Justins, we filmed a little bit coming up here just to get some scenery, man. Sunshine. Finally some sunshine.
A lot of rain.
Of course, this is Justin, JKR, pioneer in the ball python industry. So thanks for having us up here. We come up here to check out the facility. It's the first time we've been since it's been completely finished, and it's great, man. Beautiful facility.
We're excited to have you back out. It's always a pleasure, and looking forward to what we're doing today.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we picked up a couple animals from Justin. I think I mentioned that earlier. We'll check those out. At least some of them. I don't know if I'm gonna show them all off, but we'll see. See how it goes. And it's good to be here.
All right, let's get right to it.
Yeah, man.
All right, Tony. So this animal that you're picking up today, this is kind of an enigma even to me, having hatched it. But it came from a Leopard Desert Ghost pied clutch. And on the top, what's that initial reaction? Looks like a leopard,
Yep,
right?
definitely leopard.
Crazy. But, you always have to know on some of these pies, sometimes they're so low white that there's actually no pattern showing on the surface at all. It's always on the belly. So let's take a look at this belly. Check that out. So that's how you know a low white pied from just a standard belly or a standard ball pythons, because they always have the white belly. Now this animal is still unique though, because look at that. We never see this on pies where the pattern actually crosses over.
Yeah, you can almost see the pied pattern kind of circle right there.
Right. It's so odd they come down that
And
far.
then this one kind of goes under it.
So comparing to that animal that you have in your hand there, look at the belly difference. So a regular leopard's never going to have that pure white belly like a pied. So essentially what we have here is a really nice low white leopard pied with a really unique belly pattern that we've never really seen before, and 100% het Desert Ghost.
Nice.
Good size on her too.
Yeah, I was expecting a hatchling, but she's probably 300, 400 grams already.
Great pickup for that project. Now let's go look at a visual. What do you say?
Absolutely. Go check it out.
So visual Leopard Desert Ghost pied. It looks, when these came out, I thought, man, I'm sure there was an orange dream in the pairing because they're so orange.
Yeah, definitely way brighter than one without Desert Ghost. It's crazy what the Desert Ghost does.
It's so cool to see all that pattern too, because most leopard pied stuff is going to go so high white, right?
Yeah, when I first asked you, I was like, are you 100% sure on the pied on the leopard? Because most of the time they're, really high white pieds.
I've just been fortunate over the years that I have held back so many low white examples that even though pies are supposed to be completely random, that over time we've had just a kind of generational effect, good to where we get good pattern on even the leopard stuff and a lot of these other ones.
It's always curious what Inchy's going to do with this.
Right. It'll blow up the color even more, I bet. That is so beautiful. So Desert Ghost, of course, pieds are beautiful anyways, but they darken so much with age, like almost any ball python. But the Desert Ghost lightens and brightens with age. That's, by the way, that's the sign of your leopard right there. As you see that, pies will usually have a saddle. They have 2 lines here. A leopard will add that extra lines on the sides here. And that's one of the major hallmarks. They don't always have that, but if you see it, it's a good sign.
Gotcha.
You see here all the black barring on the neck is another good sign of leopard.
I did not know that.
Yeah, just a couple things, and that's the problem, is that they're never universal. You see different features in different ones, but that's one thing we look for.
Good.
All right, guys, so now we're going to look at an animal that I got from Tony just a little while back. And this is kind of cool, Tony, because since you were here last, you've changed, something has changed big time in your business. So you can go ahead and fill us in.
Absolutely. So I think it's been almost 10 months, give or take a couple of weeks, since we've done that interview.
Right.
And I showed off some of the blackhead stuff. And in that 10 months, we had just had our son range, and who's around here crawling around.
He's on the range right now.
So trying to work so much and do this as a business was just playing too much of a toll on my body.
Yeah.
And
Well, you did it before. You were working with cars.
Yeah. I was run a body shop, painting cars. I've done it pretty much my whole life. I absolutely love painting, and if you follow us on YouTube, you'll see some of that.
Yeah.
But it was just too much. Having a newborn, trying to have time for family, and breeding snakes, take care of snakes, and this is a one-man show here. We have
And decent collection takes a lot of time. I'm sure you found that. Your evenings are pretty, it takes a lot of time.
a lot of time doing it, and something had to give. So we crunched the numbers and actually ended up that the job that I was doing was not enough money for the hours that I was working. So what we decided to do was take some money out of our savings and invest more money into the snakes. And
Sounds risky, huh?
very risky. I got chill bumps even thinking about it. I got chill bumps
amount of money that it took, and it wasn't a whole, it was just a couple of $1,000s, but that's almost all that we had.
Right.
And we took that big leap, and here we are. We're doing it full time. Have been for 7 months now.
And based on what I've seen, what you've told me, it's doing really, really well for you guys too. It's been better than you expected, even.
I never would have dreamed, even 10 months ago in that interview that we done, that I would be doing this full time. Our customers have just been so great. I mean, I can't even explain how good our customers have been to us, and we didn't even really have that great of a year as far as the odds go on our snakes and stuff.
But you have such a great instinct for this business, and that's something I could tell from our interview and everything, that you had a really good instinct, which is so important. But also, when you free up your time, and if any of you guys have ever thought about doing this, as a full-time job eventually or whatever, you get to a certain point where you're like, maybe I'm not doing well enough to do this full-time. But when you free up the other 8 hours of your day and you focus on something, so much of life is really based on focus. Where you put your focus and where you put your effort is where you're gonna have your success. And so when you stop splitting your effort and you start really focusing where you want to be and really giving it your all, it's amazing how transformational that can be. And so that's what happened when I quit. It's been, I don't know, 8 or 9 years.
It's funny because you think you quit work and you're going to have all kinds of time to do everything.
No, you feel it. Yeah.
And it's like, I have less time now than I did when I was doing both, it feels like.
But you're in charge of your time.
But I'm in charge of my time, and if Cassie needs to go somewhere, do something, or if something comes up, I don't have to be there at that moment every single time. And
difference.
Just like you, the house is just a few feet away, and it's nice to be able to just go inside, take and buy a snack with your kids.
Super happy for you, man. Really excited for you.
Appreciate it.
And I got to have a little teeny tiny part of helping with that. And look at that snake that I got from him.
I'm not even sure I want to see it.
You might regret letting it go, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, she's so pretty, man.
Wow.
Check that out. She's grown a lot since when I got her in,
absolutely.
too. So, you're the perfect person for this. We're both a little unsure of what's in her.
Yep.
As far as genetics, other than Desert Ghost, right? We know that.
Definitely Desert Ghost.
Tell me the pairing, though.
So this was Blackhead, Mojave, Het Desert Ghost to range.
Mm-hmm.
To Pastel, Chocolate, Inchy, Desert Ghost, Het Hypo.
Wow, so there's so much at play. I don't even think I had this one labeled as Pos Het Hypo.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to do that.
It's 50% Het Hypo.
Wow. So I think it's Blackhead in it. I think it's chocolate. That's the two things that I feel pretty sure. But also my eye says Inchy a little bit.
I think it's Inchy. And honestly, the head's awfully white. Could be pastel too. So
it's so beautiful.
It may be
love that
all of
blushing. Love that blushing.
Oh, this thing's fantastic.
Just such a cool. I don't even know. Honestly, I got it because it's so beautiful. But like in my mind, I'm still thinking I don't know what I can do necessarily to make it even better. But I know there's something out there.
Oh, I know.
OD would be cool in it, or another copy of chocolate or Inchy or.
I think the double dose of chocolate in this, you may actually lose some of this color.
Really? Maybe.
The super chocolate is so dark, and they're beautiful in Desert Ghost.
You lose the contrast a little bit.
You lose the contrast.
Yeah, good point.
I don't know.
Huh.
Got at least another year to think about it. So
that's the best thing. A lot of times I'll buy females and I have absolutely no plan for it. And part of the reason I have no plan is because I know that it's useless to try to think of a plan because everything's going to change in 3 years by the time they get big enough.
The males are going to be completely different.
Completely different males, probably a completely different direction that you could not have anticipated when you got it. But
nice.
So cool. So happy with her.
So we were the first ones to make the Blackhead Desert Ghost that I know of. Actually, I think last week in our YouTube channel, we just talked about the Blackhead Desert Ghost just by itself. And I think I showed that off. And I think that's on the week prior to this. So maybe check that out.
Did you make another one other than this one?
I made 1.2. And you got one of the girls that I think is Blackhead.
Okay.
I kept a girl and I kept the male. The male is just Blackhead Desert Ghost.
That's awesome.
So, and he's a little bit bigger than, actually it's the clutch mate in this clutch. So I kept him for sure. It's the only male. So
super cool.
Need to get him into those projects as soon as possible. So
Yeah, no, well, let me know when you make some more. I want some more.
I think everybody does. As soon as Justin put this on his Instagram, I guess what, a week or two ago, my Instagram just flooded with, "Hey, I need a Desert Ghost blackheads." I'm like,
Of course, you don't have any. That's how it always works. You put something up that's really cutting edge, and then there's all that interest, but because it's so cutting edge, you
don't have it anymore.
You gotta wait to
even when I produce more. I mean, they're going to be so limited on how many of them are that there is on top of what I want to keep, because like I said, I only got the single gene blackhead Desert Ghost, so if I make a better male, I'm going to want to keep that too. So anyway, we're trying, guys. We're trying. We'll get there.
We're gonna have two transformation pictures. One of them is one that you're getting today versus how the adult looks.
Yep.
And we'll start with that one. This is what is this one?
Fire spot nose Desert Ghost. I'm not even really sure what I'm going to do with this, but when Justin posted it, I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
You had the right genes for what you have, like we were talking about. It had the right stuff in
Exactly.
it.
So I didn't want nobody else. I'm going to be honest, I didn't want nobody else to get it. So
Yeah, stuff's pretty hot sometimes, depending on the right combination of stuff.
Yep.
So the crazy thing is this snake completely transforms. We have a 4-year-old girl now. Let's take a look at her. Super cool. So that's the transformation after just 4 years. But it's a combination of two things. First of all, Desert Ghost brightens crazy with age, right?
Yep.
The second thing is fire. People don't know this a lot about fire, but it actually enhances as well, and it brightens with age.
Yep.
So when you combine the both of them, you have an animal here that is, I don't know. It's just, he's trying to crawl down in there.
He's going to be stuck in a second.
He's going to make that big female a hide for itself. So, just amazing to see. Really, really cool that change.
Yep. Which brings up another point.
But you wanted that snake before you even saw this. This is just
I never even seen this, but I knew.
You knew how it worked.
I knew how it would work out.
Yeah.
So, yep.
So cool.
And the reason why I knew that is because of my personal favorite animal that you have, which is the Fire Hypo Desert Ghost.
Right.
So we'll bring that up in just a second too.
That thing's just crazy. Fire in general with Desert Ghost is just
gotta have it.
Such an amazing combination.
Which is why we ended up with this, because I had been looking for a Fire Desert Ghost male.
Right.
And just so happened it had spot nose in it, which I don't have very much spot nose in the Desert Ghost stuff either. So this male just happened to be it. I knew what it would age like. I didn't know it would be this nice, but I knew it would be nice. So
cool.
Pay attention to your Desert Ghost stuff, people.
Yeah, and keep stacking those genes that look better with age, right?
Absolutely.
It takes time, but it's so worth it. All right, let's go look at that other animal.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Tony, this is one of your favorites.
I absolutely love this snake. So, I don't know if it was the last time, but recently in the past year, I actually bought a Fire Desert Ghost Hypo female from Justin because he didn't have a male at that time. But anyway, I bought that female just to hopefully have something like this thing.
This was also the fan favorite of all the babies I made in 2018.
Oh yeah?
This was everybody's favorite when I did a top 10 video.
Nice.
So, and she's super cool. Go ahead. Look at that.
Yep. This is absolutely beautiful. Dream snake for me. Apparently range too. He's coming to check us out.
Hey, buddy.
You like that one?
He's showing us his belly. Yes. Are you a yellow belly? We're just leaving this in suspense. So this is the Fire Hypo Desert Ghost. We're talking about the interaction of fire and Desert Ghost, right? So this is basically that interaction with the added hypo, right? Actual ghost on it. And so we brought over here too a baby version, so you can see how much they transform with age. So this is actually the daughter of the snake. They're mother and daughter here, but you can see this is exactly how this snake looked as a baby, and it transforms all the way to that in about 3 to 4 years.
It's crazy.
Definitely one of the best, coolest adult combos you can get right now.
Absolutely. So, I don't know what to say other than thanks for letting us come out, and I'm going home with empty pockets.
Yeah,
But it's all
they're
good.
full of snakes. The puppies are full of snakes.
I guess they're not facility, so
That's a good thing.
But yeah, and once again, beautiful animals, beautiful facility. So
Thanks for sharing your animals with us as well, and yeah, that's part of it, and the friendship that comes from having a similar interest in this world. You know, it's pretty awesome to the camaraderie of the hobby and everything. So
Absolutely,
glad we got to do it.
definitely. So see y'all next week.
Two more things. So again, I want to thank Justin for having us up for a couple of days. Really enjoyed it. Always great spending time with them and seeing the facility and hanging out with the family and all. And can't tell you how much we appreciate the hospitality that Justin gives us all the time. And number two, gotta stay tuned to next week to see what else we got. So, for the second time in this video, see you next week.
Thanks for watching our daddy's channel. Make sure you subscribe.